Today we're going to make sure that you can identify if lines are parallel, perpendicular, or neither by looking at the slopes. Remember that these two lines, if we want to check to see if they're parallel, they have to have the same slope. So if they are parallel, they must have the same slope. So let's check. Here to here, I go up to over 4. From, let's pick an intersection, here to here. That looks like it's up to, up to over 5. So they don't have the same slope, so they are not parallel. That's how you check. Here, if we want the lines to be parallel, make sure you have the same slope. So we're just reiterating or repeating the fact that they have to have the same slope, and we checked the slopes and they weren't parallel. We use the slope to see if they are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. Find the slopes. So this is practice to find the slope just by looking at the equation. Here the slope is 3. Here the slope is -2. And here the slope is -2 over 3. You always pick the number, the coefficient in front of the x, even if it has a negative attached to it. So those are the slopes. This is in standard form. Standard form. And we have to change it to slope-intercept if we want to see the slope. So I move the 2x over, this goes away, I have 3y is equal to 6 minus 2x, then I divide everything by 3. Now I have y equals 2 minus 2/3 x. So the slope here is -2/3. Over here I move the 4x over, this goes away, I have 2y equals 4 plus 4x, I divide by 2. So y equals 2 plus 2x, and this is my slope. So make sure that if you have standard form, you have to convert it to slope-intercept. Remember that slope-intercept is y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope. Which line is parallel to -3x plus 5? If they ask me a question like that and I see the word parallel, then that means I need to look for the same slope, which is -3. The answer is C. Which line is parallel to y equals 7x minus 2? Again, I see the word parallel, I need to look for the same slope, which is +7. A would be my answer. Which line is parallel to this equation, half x plus 4? I have to look for the same slope, which is half, and I'm looking at answer D. If I want them to be perpendicular, let's try to figure out what that actually means. The left side is perpendicular, the right is not. Let's find the slope for this green line, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, up 4, and over 2. The slope here is down 1 and over 2. 4 halves reduces to 2 over 1, and then the other slope is -1/2. They're related somehow. The 2 over 1 is now 1 over 2, and it was positive, and now it's negative. Now over here, let's try it again. This is z, so I go up 2 over 1, and this one I have negative down 2 over 3. Okay. I like this relationship. Now I just need to figure out what that actually is. Perpendicular lines lines that cross at 90-degree angles, and the slopes are opposite reciprocals. This is what I was trying to get at. Opposite reciprocals. Opposite means I change the sign. Reciprocal means I flip the fraction. So opposite is going to talk about the sign. Reciprocal is going to talk about the fraction, flipping the fraction. The product of perpendicular slopes is -1. What that is saying is that if I have -1/2 times 2/1, then I get -1. Reciprocal means flipping the numerator and the denominator. So let's find the opposite reciprocal of these. 3/4 becomes -4/3. -7/10 becomes +10/7. 13 is the same thing as 13/1, so now it becomes -1/13. -3 is the same as -3/1, and it becomes +1/3. We want to see if the following are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. So I look at the slopes. This is a slope of 3 and a slope of 3. They're the same, so it's parallel. Just that easy. Here it's -4, and here it's +1/4. So that's -4/1. I flip the sign, becomes positive, and I flip the fraction, which is 1/4. So this is perpendicular. This is -3/4. This is -6/1. I didn't flip the sign, I didn't flip the fraction, so it's neither. You can't see it, but it says, what is the equation perpendicular to the line y equals -2x plus 3 that goes through the point 4/5? The key word is perpendicular, which means I need a slope that was -2/1, I got right here, and I flip it, so I just flip the sign and flip the fraction. This is my new slope, and this is the point that I have. So I'm going to show you how to do the H chart. Remember this, we went through in class, where this is x and y. I need this equation. I have a point 4, 5, which I got from this right here, and I have to fill in all this stuff. So y is 5, my slope is 1/2, which I got right here, x is 4, plus some number. 1/2 times 4 is the same thing as 2, plus some number gave me 5, so that number right here is 3. That's 3 plus x times my slope, which is 1/2, y equals, this is my equation. Alright.